how to explain this approach to clients or others. That's a really big one, and hopefully the training today will open up and give you more clarification, not that you don't have some already, but really even add to that to give you clarity in terms of being able to explain that. One of the things I love about being a private practice and having my own business is I'm very open to not only myself using intuition in therapy, but even the people that work for me. You know, I welcome alternative methods like that to assist. So, but that's not always the case. You know, there are some, when you work for an agency, you're kind of restricted to what they'll allow you to do. And some agencies are not very open at all, because I've worked for them. So I know. Not being in touch with your own intuition. So if you're left brain versus right brain. So that's a challenge. If you're a person that is not very in touch with your own intuition, or maybe hasn't really even had anybody talk to you about it to where you know how to enhance your intuition, then that can be a challenge to being able to use it, because you may not realize what a valuable resource you have at your disposal. And then there's a learning curve. You know, one of the things I like about intuition and even metaphysical things is it's kind of endless. So that's a catch-22, because the nice thing is you can never get bored with it. I mean, because there's so much information. Like if you YouTube intuition even, you'll find all kinds of things and all kinds of people. And, you know, I always say just go with what resonates with you. You can listen to some YouTube videos. So I know people that I routinely listen to are Josie Grousey, Grouse. She's a great psychic medium that is not over the top. She has some great things to say. I've subscribed to her YouTube channel, and so I get daily videos on a variety of topics. But that's a good thing to do too, is, I mean, the learning curve is great because it's endless what you can learn. So when it comes to intuition, there is no such thing as like anybody knowing everything. That just is not the case. Much so like our counseling tools and skills, right? Right. And then ego. So ego always gets in the way. Ego is when we tell ourselves, no, you shouldn't do that. When we get too much in our left brain and thinking too logically, that's the ego part of us that will block our ability or our willingness, probably more than anything too, is our willingness to use intuition in therapy, is when our ego is speaking. And then challenges to our meditation and mindfulness. So if it's one thing that I can emphasize today is how important meditation is. And it doesn't have to be meditation like sit, listen to music, or, you know, say the word Om or any. It can be, if that's what appeals to you, but it also can be other things, like even just being in a comfortable setting that feels good to you. So like if you sit in the grass and you take your shoes off, and that feels really good, and you're mindful about, oh, this grass feels really good, and listen to the birds singing, oh, that's beautiful and amazing. That all is mindfulness and meditative. If you throw some breathing exercises in there, even better. And one of the breathing